Hi there. In this video I'm going to take you through a workflow which I've developed to achieve forced navigation with Adobe Captivate. Before we jump in, please go ahead, hit that subscribe and notification bell, and if you actually get something from this video, I'd really appreciate if you give the video a like and leave a comment as well. Okay, let's jump in and see the workflow for forced navigation with Adobe Captivate. In this video, I'm going to show you how I achieved forced navigation by using advanced actions and buttons and variables. So I have this software simulation training course, and you can see here along the side here, we'll see a number of slides which are the same. We call these title slides. So these will be each of the branches that the user can go through at their own discretion, and you see there's module 5. So there's 5 branches that they can end up going in, and when they finish the 5 in any order, then they'll finally come to this course complete and exit button. So the way that I achieved that was let's just go here to module 2. It's just a pretty easy example. What you can see that I have here, if you look right over here, you can see that I have a group, and in the group I have start, next, simple, and start, next, advanced. So really what I have there are two buttons. Let me just do it like this. This is what I was trying to do. 2 buttons that are exactly the same, and they are stacked on each other. So if we look at the properties here, the top level one, the simple button, is set to invisible on entry. So let's look at the other one. This is the one which will be visible to us, and I call it advanced because it has an associated advanced action. If we look at the advanced action, what's happening here is I'm incrementing a variable called var course complete by 1. So I created that variable. That's a user-defined variable. So I created it and set it as 0. Of course, you can create variables from within the advanced actions dialog right here. Just clicking on variables, and it opens it up there, and you can create a new one very simply. Make sure to set this value to 0. So getting back to it, I increment my course complete by 1. I show next simple, which is this one, and I hide next advanced, which is the currently visible one. And then I go to next slide. The reason that I do that is so that if the user chose to come back into this module, they would still have a start button, but that start button would then be just this visible simple one. It wouldn't execute the advanced action. And the simple button, all that it does is, I call it simple because it just has a simple action, go to next slide. Because really the reason that I'm doing that is because I don't want to count the variable again. So I'm just going to export this. I'm going to publish it to the computer, and I'm just going to publish this as a HTML5 output, and no need to zip the files, and go ahead there and publish. Now I've already actually gone ahead and published this, so I'm just going to close right here. So let's bring up the folder right here, and I'm going to open up my index.html, which, as we can see from the little icon here, is going to open up in Chrome, which is my default browser. And then right away, so I'm just going to stop the volume there, and we're going to go start. Now that's incremented my variable by 1 already. So then I'm just going to jump here to module 2. That's going to increment it one more time. Let's skip 3, go to 4. It's going to increment it again. Now, if I go to this should increment it one more time. But if I get to the end of my course here, which in a linear fashion will be right at the end, so I'm just going to skip through the slides here, which will be right at the end here, I should be then brought to a course complete, but rather I've set it up that I need to choose another one, which was, as we know, number 3. And when 3 then gets finished, so when 3 is finished, it should then bring me to a course complete because it has counted my variables. And just to show you then the way that that decision is made, at the very last action on any slide, so just before the next module, the very last action also needs to be an advanced action, and we'll call that one course complete checkout. And what that one is doing is checking. So this is going to be a conditional advanced action. It's just going to check, is it greater than 4? So has more than 4 of those buttons being clicked. If that is true, and then it must be true because we would be in the 5th clicked one, so then it's greater than 4. Then we're going to jump to a course complete slide, and if that isn't true, we just go to the next slide, which is the next module. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I achieved the workflow of forced navigation. Thank you very much.